Hello friends, welcome to my channel Learning Electronics. In this video, we are going to study the standard test signals which are used in the control system as reference signals. So before starting the video, please subscribe my channel and also press the bell icon so that you can get more updated videos from here. So let us start the video. There are many signals available which are function of time and can be used as reference input for various control system. These signals are step, ramp, sawtooth, square wave, triangular wave, etc. that can be used as reference signals. But while analyzing the system, it is difficult to consider each one of it as input and study the response according to them. Hence, for analysis and design of the system, the signals that are commonly used as reference signal or the signals that are generally experienced are used, and these type of signals are called as standard test signals, and these signals are step signal, ramp signal, impulse signal and parabolic input signal. Okay. So once the system behaves satisfactorily to test input, its time response is assumed to be up to the mark. Standard test signals are used for the time domain analysis of the control system. Now let us study all the standard test signals one by one. So first one is step signal. It is a sudden application of input, or we can say that a signal where the value changes from one level to another level in zero time. Okay, zero time means t is equal to 0. The step signal's value changes from one level to another level. So mathematically it is represented like this. RT is equal to A. A represents the magnitude of the step signal or the amplitude of the step signal. RT is equal to A for t, for time t greater than equal to 0. That means this step signal will be equal to A for all the time values which are greater than equal to 0, and for time value smaller than 0 this RT will equal to 0. Okay. So this is the graphical representation of the step signal. Here you can see this signal is changing from 0 to A in 0 time. That means this step signal is changing from one level to another level in 0 time, and it remains at this amplitude of A after t is equal to 0, means it will remain at the amplitude of A for time greater than 0 also. Okay. Now if the magnitude A will be equal to 1. If the amplitude of the step signal becomes 1, then the signal becomes unit step function or unit step signal, and it is also called as displacement function. Means unit step function is also called as displacement function. Mathematically unit step signal is represented like this. We are only keeping the magnitude A is equal to 1 in the previous equation. So RT will be equal to 1 for time t greater than equal to 0, and RT will be equal to 0 for time t smaller than 0. Okay. So this is the mathematical representation, and this is the graphical representation of the unit step signal. Here you can see the level of this signal is changing from 0 to 1 in 0 time, that is at t is equal to 0 the level of the unit step signal is changing from 0 to 1, and it will remain at 1 only after t greater than 0 also. But for values of time smaller than 0, this signal will not exist. Now Laplace transform of 1 is 1 by s, this we know. So Laplace transform of unit step signal is also equal to 1 by s. Next one is ramp signal, a signal that changes slowly with time in linear fashion, or a gradual application of input signal is called as ramp signal. So this is the mathematical representation of the ramp signal. Here you can see this is the straight line equation with slope a. So here the function RT will be equal to AT for time greater than equal to 0, and for time smaller than 0 this function RT becomes 0. That means this ramp signal will only exist for all the time values greater than equal to 0, but it will not exist for the time values smaller than 0. Okay. So since it is a straight line equation with slope a, the graphical representation of ramp signal will be like this. So it will increase linearly with respect to time. As you can see, the slope of this line will be equal to a. We know that to find the slope of any equation, we find the differentiation of that equation. So when we find d by dt of at, we get here a. That means this is the slope of this ramp signal, which is equal to a. Now when we keep a is equal to 1 in the equation, or when the magnitude becomes 1, then the signal is a unit ramp function. That means the ramp signal will become unit ramp function, and the unit ramp function is also called as velocity function. Mathematically it is represented as, here we only keeping a is equal to 1 in the previous equation, so we are getting rt is equal to t for time greater than equal to 0, and for all the time values smaller than 0, this function rt will be equal to 0. Okay. So here again, if we find the differentiation of this equation to find the slope of unit ramp function, then d by dt of t will be equal to 1. So the slope of this unit ramp function will be equal to 1. Okay. And we know that Laplace transform of t is equal to 1 upon s square. So the Laplace transform of unit ramp function is also 1 upon s square. Next one is parabolic signal. It is the more gradual application of input signal than the ramp signal. So mathematically it is represented like this: rt is equal to at square by 2 for t greater than equal to 0, and rt is equal to 0 for t smaller than 0. Okay. So this signal also exists for the values of time which are greater than equal to 0, and for the values of time which are smaller than 0, this signal will be not existing, means the RT will be equal to 0. So graphically it is represented like this. This is a parabolic signal. Now if we want to find out the slope of this signal, then again we have to differentiate this equation with respect to t. Then d by dt of at square by 2 will be equal to at. So slope of this parabolic signal will be at. Okay. Now if we keep a is equal to 1 in the equation, then it will become a unit parabolic signal. So when the magnitude of a becomes 1, then the parabolic signal becomes unit parabolic signal. So here you can see that we are taking here a t square by 2. We are not taking a t square. Why we are taking like this? We want to maintain the similarity with the other test signals. That's why we are dividing a 2 in this at square value. Okay. Now when the magnitude a is equal to 1 in the previous equation, then the parabolic signal becomes unit parabolic function, or it is also called as acceleration function. Mathematically it is represented like this: rt is equal to t square by 2 for t greater than equal to 0, and rt is equal to 0 for t smaller than 0. That means it will only exist for the time values which are greater than equal to 0, and the signal will not exist for the time value smaller than 0. Okay. So when we put a is equal to 1 in the previous equation, we are getting this type of equation of RT, that is RT is equal to t square by 2. Again if we differentiate this equation, we get d by dt of t square. Then we get the slope of this parabolic signal. So to get the slope of the parabolic signal, we differentiate this equation. Then what we get? We get t. So t will be the slope of this unit parabolic signal. So this is the graphical representation. The slope will be here t. Okay. Now Laplace transform of t square is 2 by s cube. So when we find out the Laplace transform of t square by 2, what we get? 1 upon s cube. Okay. So Laplace transform of t square by 2 is 1 upon s cube. Last one is impulse signal. It is the input signal of very high amplitude, which is suddenly applied as a shock for short duration of time. So impulse signal is always applied for short duration of time suddenly, and it has a very high amplitude. Mathematically it is represented like this: RT is equal to A for t is equal to 0 and RT is equal to 0 for t not equal to 0. That means it will only exist when time is equal to 0, means for time t is equal to 0, it will have amplitude or magnitude is equal to A. Okay. And for all the values of time which are not equal to 0, this function will be equal to 0. Okay. So this is the graphical representation of the impulse signal. Here we have taken the small time in which this impulse signal exists as del t, and del t here tends to 0. Okay. So here the impulse signal has the magnitude of A. So this is A, and the area of the impulse signal will be equal to the magnitude of that impulse signal. So here the area of the impulse signal will be A. Okay. Now if we make this magnitude equal to 1, that means if the magnitude is equal to 1, or if the amplitude of the impulse signal is equal to 1, then it is called as unit impulse function. Unit impulse function is also called as delta function, and it is denoted by del t. Mathematically it is represented like this: RT is equal to 1 for t is equal to 0 and RT is equal to 0 for time not equal to 0. So this is the graphical representation of the unit impulse function. Okay, here we can see that it has a magnitude or amplitude of 1. So the area of this unit impulse function will be equal to 1, because the magnitude of the unit impulse function is equal to 1. We know that unit impulse function is equal to differentiation of unit step signal. Okay. So if we apply Laplace transform to both sides, then the Laplace transform of d by dt of unit step we have to find out. So this term can be written as s of Laplace transform of unit step, and we know that the Laplace transform of unit step is 1 by s. Now only I told you. Then when we put 1 by s here, so this s and this s can get cancel out and we get 1. So Laplace transform of unit impulse is equal to 1. Okay. Now let us see the relation between these signals. The parabolic signal, when it is differentiated, we get ramp signal, and when we differentiate the ramp signal, then we get step signal, and when we differentiate the step signal, we get impulse signal. Okay. Similarly, if we integrate the impulse signal, then we get step signal, and if we integrate the step signal, we get ramp signal, and if we integrate the ramp signal, we get parabolic signal. Okay. If we are taking A as magnitude, then parabolic signal is A into t square by 2. So if we differentiate it, what we get? We get AT. That means it is a ramp signal. Then when we differentiate it with respect to t, we get A, which is a step signal. In this way, when we differentiate this signal, we get impulse signal. So this is the relation between this standard test signal. So hope you have understood the topic. Thank you very much for watching, and please do subscribe my channel for more updates.